everybody! Looks like Jane has got a raid coming on in. Hello. Let's do a shout out for Jane. Welcome in, everybody. I am Jack, UI UX designer, illustrator, animator, donut connoisseur. Let's see. See if I've got this correct. Alright, there we go. Welcome in, everybody. I hope you're having a great Friday. The sun's out here. Hopefully we don't get rays of rainbow light today. What were you all working on over with Jane? I did miss that stream this morning, unfortunately. I was trying to get the dog settled and get myself sorted for this morning. But we're going to be working in Project Neo again. Oh, just brush play. Were you in Fresco? Doing some Fresco work, or in I guess it could be Photoshop as well, or Illustrator. It really could be anywhere. Photoshop, gotcha. So we're gonna be working on our Bingsu character. We're gonna go a completely different direction. Morning Raiders of the Lost Brush. I do love that. Also, I really like the little emojis that everybody has. The little raid emoticon. Emotes. Got there. We got there. It's early. Anyways, I'm gonna switch over to my screen so we can get started. So you don't have to stare at me the whole time. So, we're gonna be working on our Bingsu character. Obviously, I haven't touched it at all. I think I made a promise to you all that I wasn't gonna touch it. This will be a regular Friday raid. Regular. Oh, okay. Cool. Well, does that mean that you're gonna be, streaming regularly on Friday then? I know it's been kind of hit or miss, so it'd be nice to have a Friday morning lineup. And then you could end the day with Umacorn. Umacorn, I did not get to see Umacorn if you finished Hollow Knight. So you'll have to let us know if you're going to be starting a new game on Friday. Every Friday at noon or just before. Gotcha. Keys is joining. Welcome in, everybody. So here's where we left off. We got some work to do. But we learned some things. We're always learning some things in Project Neo. For those of you that don't know, this is what we've been working on. I'll pull up my sketches so you can get an idea of where we came from. So if you missed out, this is a project I started. It was a course, and every single time I say to myself, I'm gonna go and find the course. And actually, let me go do that real quick. Because I do think it's a good course. It wasn't for me because it's Blender. But here it is. I should probably grab the link for you. This is Yasmin Dominguez. This is her course. Creating cute characters in Blender. Kawaii characters. Kawaii character creation in 3D with Blender. It's fine. It's not a bad course. It's just, I hate Blender. So, we're not doing this in Blender. We're doing it in, and it's only 99 cents. There you go. Oh, with a free plus trial. I don't know what that is. But, I think she's got some good, it's really good if you're looking for, like, a good course on, like, just general, if you want to make cute characters, like, character design tips. But it's not, here, actually, I think I could send this to Corey, and Corey can post it in the chat. Let me do that real quick.
Can't you post it in the chat?
Huh?
Can't you post it?
Because I'm on the other computer.
Oh, okay.
So I have to, like, move back to that. So I'm sending it to you so you can... We're sending it across to that computer to send to this computer. It's a whole thing. So there's the course. Send it to Corey so you can post it in the chat. But, anyways, so that's what I followed her course for creating the character over here. We came up with a bunch of different ideas. I think it would be fun, honestly, to explore all these. But this is really just a way for me to get into an excuse for me to learn to work with Project Neo. So this is the character that I decided on making. And we got it going. We got it started in Project Neo. We've already learned a lot of things. Oh no, there's an ad. You know, okay, I'll wait. Hold music. Oh yeah, you're recommending. Your video game recommendation is again coming through. Corey just really wants somebody to play that game. All right, let me know when it's over, because I thought that I had set this up to be to show me when ads were playing, but I'm not seeing it. So, is it still going?
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is the longest ad.
It's supposed to tell you like a minute before it starts or something.
It did not. Oh, we're back from ads. I thought that I had adjusted my, I tried changing the settings. Apparently that did nothing. Cause you can like control like when ads play, and I wanted it to play like every 30 minutes. So that people wouldn't like immediately get hit with an ad. And also like you can specify that like I am supposed to get a notification for when the ads are about to play, so that I know, but it did not give me that, so that's very frustrating. You're set to every hour. Maybe I'll try that. I don't know how to like. I tried to. Maybe I did set it for every hour. I know that I increased the length, so it was set to 30 minutes by default. Maybe I set it to 45. Whatever. Maybe it's set for an hour. I don't really know, but I tried to adjust it so that there were not as many ads, and then I got. Do I have the ad? No, I don't. I'm not gonna try to sort this out now. Let's see. It's fine. We'll do it. I'll do it after the stream. I do apologize for the ads. I'm not sure there's much I can do about it right now. Because I don't want to turn this into Jack messes around with the ads on Twitch stream. So it's okay. We'll be fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Alright, so before I ended, I think I mentioned that I wanted to pull this down. Did I pull this down? Maybe I didn't. I want to pull this. It looks a little tall. And maybe that's just because I have more, or maybe it just needs to be wider, like at the top. Which we can do. I can make this a little bit wider, and that might help. With spaghetti arms, yeah. I added that in really quickly using an SVG, which is I think the right way to go. I'm not in love with the arms or anything yet, but they are kind of like placeholder. I think it's important to get stuff in, just to see how it kind of looks. And that's just, yeah. Alright, I'm gonna scale, nope, not that. I'm gonna scale all this up a little bit, which might be tricky. Let's see. I'm gonna make this, is this a group? Zoom in here. We're gonna make all of this a group, so it's easier to work with. Alright, let's not select random bits of hidden stuff. And I'm gonna scale this up. Why is this not selecting everything? There we go. What's going on? What's going on here? There we go. We're gonna scale this up a little bit. We're gonna pull it down. And that should help significantly. Alright, that's already looking better. I'm also gonna pull this shape down. And then we're gonna pull this shape down. So I'm trying to make it look less tall. Looks better. Those arms are great. Well, actually, they're just literally just squiggles. So you can see over here, I started playing with some color ideas. And in order to create that, I just kind of created a base shape. And And then I drew just a squiggle line around to create the squiggly arms. And we added the gloves on. I think, like I started saying, I think it's important to see how the character kind of looks all together, so you can make some decisions on like proportions and things. So that's kind of what my thought process was there. I'm wondering now, so we've got everything kind of in generally. The only thing we haven't really done any troubleshooting on, well, first of all, the glob on top, but is also this, like, this texture. And I'm not sure that there's an easy way to recreate that, or if it's even that big of a deal to me. Let's see. The subtle shadows are sweet as well. Yeah, the what's the word I'm looking for? The shading in Project Neo, the default shading that it adds is nice. I have to think about this. If I want to add any kind of texture, we could do it just by adding the little like shapes and blending them, but I feel like that would start to get weird. We can try it. All right, so what we're gonna do now? This should be grouped. I'm gonna see if I can expand this. Nope, I can only have mini or none. All right, we're gonna, let's group our hat. Do a little grouping. We're gonna group this over here. Why do groups just not seem to be respected? There we go. These. Alright, so I'm gonna hide some things. Hide. I'm gonna hide this. Come on. Oh, come on. I need like a slightly more robust layers panel. Hide layer. Alright. So now we've just got the kind of ice shapes. And let's maybe try teardrop. This teardrop shape. Nope. I'm gonna rotate it 90 degrees. Scale it. Unfortunately, it's gonna snap in a way that I don't like. Alright, well, let's scale this. Let's just blend this. Kind of looks like a weird growth right now. We'll have to workshop it. And I think I might be able to use, let's try something here. So let's decrease the blending a little bit. Okay. Let's try. This is not how I wanted them rotated. Okay, what's going on here? What is this? This is not. This tool is useless. Alright, hold on. Alright. Let's try this again. Let's try this from a different angle because. Why does it go back to like the default angle when you do a radial repeat? Like no, absolute. Like why? I don't want you to. I don't want you to be rotated that way. And how do I rotate you back? It's like stuck. Sometimes this program frustrates me. This is one of those cases. How do I rotate an individual? I want to rotate an individual object. Not whatever's happening here. Not whatever this is. What is the purpose of this? What would I use this for? What?
Star Wars things called?
TIE fighter? I don't understand like how to get it to. How do I rotate? I don't want the objects to be. I don't want to rotate them as a group. I want to rotate them individually. Beautiful topiary planning. Like what is this? What is this mode? This is not helpful. Like what? Why? If I rotate it, it rotates the entire group. Do you see that? Like there's no way to rotate it individually. But are they grouped? Yeah, it makes like a... I either have to like, if I make a radial array, it doesn't allow me to like do so with a custom rotation. So if I want these to be rotated at a different angle, like let's flip that upside down. As soon as I make it a radial array, it's just like, no. Not gonna happen. We're just gonna rotate you right back to where you were before. Which makes this kind of useless. Alright, well, we're gonna do it. We'll just do it manually then. I was kind of hoping I could save myself some time. But, it's okay. Can I select the particular shape in the group panel? No, because I don't think it makes it, look. Like, it doesn't make it like a group. It just doesn't respect the individual object's rotation, which is fine. It's fine. Just another like one of those things where it's like this could have really made my life easier, but it's now doesn't. All right, we're gonna blend it a little bit. I just want like a subtle bit of displacement. I don't think it needs to be. And we can kind of add a bunch of these. Are you now seeing how being able to set up sort of a radial repeat would have been helpful here? Would have been. times. Hey, Bliss. We're back on the struggle bus today. With Project Neo. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm using the water drops for texture. We're trying, but I don't love it. Let's do something else. I have a better idea. Because I'm not seeing a difference between this and just using a sphere, to be honest. So we're just going to use a sphere. And that will allow us to use a radial. Maybe? Is that not an option? There we go. It's fine. This is fine. We're going to use this. I'm gonna need to change the color of this because I can't see it. Hello? There we go. Snapping once again fails me. So frustrating. Bring it in. Alright, now we can see. We'll do a couple of these groups. You got the window cracked, so that's Marin. What? Why'd you pick that color? Alright. Looks a bit weird, but we're gonna keep going. I'm gonna make another group here just to have it. And then I'm gonna tilt this. Oh, now you don't let me scale uniformly either. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. You thought you saw a Dalek? I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that correct because I don't know the correct pronunciation of that from Doctor Who. You see what I'm kind of trying to do here? I don't know if it's working. Alright, which one of these modes is for scale? Frustrating. It's so frustrating. Do you see what I have to deal with? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Why? Why? This is the kind of stuff that makes me not want to do 3D. I just wanted to make those a little bit bigger. That's all. Oh my gosh. I don't. Ah! Help! Why are you like this? It makes me feel crazy. I feel like a crazy person when things like this happen. Like, let me edit this shape, please. Just let me scale it up. It shouldn't be that difficult. Also, stop with the snapping. My patience for this program deteriorates by the minute. What are these controls? Like, what are they supposed to do? Like, help me understand. Where's the scale? I just want to scale you up. Okay, you know what? It's fine. That's fine. It's so, like, all or nothing about it. Those freeform controls are weird. It's not doing me any favors. It's not doing me any favors. I'm glad I can be of amusement to the chat at least. Because I don't know what I'm doing. Oh my god. Why? Why is it so difficult? I hate 3D. Alright. I'm just gonna copy this group because the other group has lost its mind. It's done. It's lost its mind. Like me. Just wanted to give it a little texture, you know? Just not make it look so uniform. Project Neo has a timeout at your house? Yeah, I feel that. don't blame you. See how it's starting to maybe look lumpy? I wish I could. Can you lock things? Can I lock these? Because these are making me crazy too. Nope. Alright, that's fine. How am I able to select things that are hidden? That's what I want to know. Alright, one more time. One more time here. I just want to select the array. Okay. Please let me select the array. You have to physically fight Neo? I feel like I am. Already. I'm already fighting it. Like, we are already in a battle here. I need to... Cool. Then you hit undo and sometimes it doesn't do anything. Love that. I don't actually like this bottom set, so we're gonna delete it. Let's unhide everything and see where we're at. I would like to delete you. Delete layer. Thank you. I feel like part of this looks really lumpy and the other part it doesn't. This is a real struggle. Oh, okay. We're not allowed to. Okay. Why do you think these are boxes? It's fine. Nope, it's fine. Group. I want to move the whole group. Maybe I don't. We're gonna unhide some stuff now. I just want to see what this looks like. Can we not do that? Oh my god, do I have to do this one by one?
Ad break.
know when I'm back. Three in a row? I don't know what's happening. I gotta sort this out. I thought I fixed it. Oh, good. Well, this isn't gonna work. It's just gonna blend with my scarf. This is the face of pure frustration. I have been doing this. It's been 40 minutes. 40 minutes, y'all. Frustration. Absolute frustration. Alright, that looks okay. No. Oh. If it weren't for these groups, for better or worse, if it weren't for these groups, I would be losing my mind right now. In terms of keeping all of this straight. I do have to say. This is this one is problematic for some reason. Alright, I'm gonna try to make logical sense of this. What in the world? Why is everyone all the way down there? Okay, delete whatever that is. Yes, I would like to edit this group. Please and thank you. I think I'm just gonna have to move all these up. Is the thing. I don't think there's any other way to go about it. We're just gonna hide and hide for now. I should have done this with the scarf visible, is really it. I thought I was being clever, like, oh, I'll just handle one thing at a time. Apparently that was not the way. Also, hello, Odari. It looks, let's put it that way. It looks away. We're trying to make it look better. But Neo is a... Neo cannot be told what to do. That's for sure. Oh man, this is rough. Way to hang in there, though. I don't know if I'm hanging in. I'm doing my best. We're doing our best here. We're trying to make it happen. I feel like I need to add a little bit of blend to this. I'm afraid it's going to affect the hat, which I don't want to do. Alright, we'll do a little blending. Just to get rid of that line. Are we making any positive forward momentum on this is the thing? That I don't know. Is it looking like it has texture? Or does it just look strange? Alessandra's here. Welcome in everybody who I haven't said hi to. Also, Odari, how are things? I feel like every time I catch you, I'm like in the middle of doing something wild. And I keep meaning to ask how you are doing. How's life? We come across this other issue of like, I want to make this bigger, but I'm like afraid to, because every single time I try to do that, it like does weird things. Like, why is it so oblong-y? Oh, you know what? Let's try this. Oh my gosh, give me a break. Give me a break. Alright. Let's try using an inflate on this, maybe. Let's bring it up. Maybe that will be our solution. Okay, come on. There we go. This is a lot. We're learning, though. I guess that's all that matters. Oh my god. Ah, these groups. They're killing me. Alright, that's starting to feel more textured. Oh my god. Oh my god. Stop going into that group. This is the one I want. Actually, let's pull this down. Very indecisive. A lock button? Yeah, a lock button would be really appreciated. There is not one. For better or worse. And every single time that I go in here, I have to like go back into the group whenever I like deselect and reselect it. Oh man, it's very frustrating. It's just this middle row that I don't like. Love. There we go. It's a little bit better. Alright, that looks pretty good, actually. This is looking better. We're getting there. It's just very, very slow. And that is probably entirely on me and my own learning curve with this program. Alright, we need to bring the blending down, maybe. Alright. I think I like that. How do you feel about that? I feel like we've gotten there. I feel like we got there. It's just, that was a struggle. Oh my gosh. Let's see. You have to figure out the ads. I don't know what's going on there. It's very frustrating. The part of the problem with the ads, to be totally honest with you, the language in the panel is not very intuitive, and so trying to figure out what you need to change to make the ads less obnoxious is not very straightforward. So I have to work on that. I have to go back in and figure that out. Okay. I feel pretty okay about that. Now, I do realize that adding the texture does add a bit of a wrinkle in the ability to put sauce on top of this, since we haven't come up with a good solution. The solution that we played around with was using those shapes and blending. But it's not, it kind of makes a mess. And there's no real way to do it without blending, like, cranking the blending up a lot. So I'll probably have to come back to that. The sauce, yeah, the blueberry chocolate, I mean, whatever you want to call this. It could be like magic shell, if y'all know what that is. Chocolate that hardens because it's got coconut oil in it. But anyways, I don't know how we're gonna handle that. I keep avoiding it. I've tried trying to do it a couple ways, and I haven't come up with anything great, to be honest with you, as a solution. I don't think there's going to be a way to do it using a shape using a SVG that I import. Let's take a look at this again. Because we can make a shell type of shape. But we take like a capsule. Like we've done it before. And cut it. So it's going to edit the shape. And we want to bring the bottom corner. And then, nope. Oh my god. Why did you just remove that shape entirely? Alright. I want to make this shorter. Shorter, please. Shorter, shorter, shorter. Okay, so now we've got like a half circle. And then I'm going to go in here. I'm going to unround the bottom. Cool. I guess it has limitations. So we're going to pull that down, and then I believe I want to do... We'll just leave it like this for now. Your ice cream person would look like it's Ma cut his hair at home. Right, with like, if I did it like this, yeah. I'm trying to troubleshoot how I can do this without having to use a blend of shapes. I don't think it's going to be possible, is the thing. Oh, cool. That's not what I wanted to do. And the undo doesn't work. Great. Fantastic. Love that for me. I don't, here's the thing about the undo that I think I figured out that is so frustrating. The undo seems to only work on like a... Like, if I were to, like, do something outside of this mode, like, just moving these shapes around, I can undo back to a certain extent. But anything that I do inside of, like, this edit mode, I don't know what we're calling this, shape edit mode or something? The edit mode. It doesn't seem, I can't seem to, like, undo things that happen inside of that mode, which is super frustrating. Because that, I feel like that's the place where I need the most control to be able to undo. That would be my feedback. That would be my feedback for the Project Neo team. Please make the undo work everywhere. Not just in certain circumstances. Because if we were to draw a shape, here's the thing. If we were to, does the undo button on the top work? Only on like an object level. Like I can't undo if I like stretch this out in a weird way. Oh, I guess it worked that time. So, I don't know the logic to the undo. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. It seems to like not have a rhyme or reason. So doesn't the Adobe Neo team watch your stream, Jack? Because they need to. No, please don't watch my stream. I love you. I don't know. The thing, I don't know. here's the thing. I don't know if my problems are user error, like I just don't know what I'm doing, or if it's, you know what I mean. If you had like a spray paintbrush to paint all the objects. Yeah, that would be like sculpting, and then we get into programs like Nomad Sculpt, which like are only sculpting, and I also struggle with those for different reasons. Neo makes you seem like you don't know what you're doing. Experience, it's gaslight. No, here, and we talked about this a little bit when Wade was here. This is the struggle that I have with all of 3D, is that like my technical ability to use the tool does not match the speed at which my brain moves. So my brain's like, yes, I know exactly visually what I need to do. I know I have the idea in my mind, and I need to get it out of my head, right? But I struggle to make the tools do things as fast as my brain wants to go, because my brain is used to like this world, right? Where I can move very quickly to make things happen, because I know I have the technical ability to know what I need to do to make those things appear visually. And this is the struggle of like being a beginner again after you've already learned something, right? Like I feel very comfortable in this tool. Now I have to like go back to that point in my time. Like when I first, when you first start learning how to do something, everything's awesome because you have no idea how to use it, right? And that's like the positive to being a beginner is you have no preconceived notions about how something should behave, right? So you just create things and everything is wonderful and cool because you've never been able to do that before. Now whenever I use 3D, because there's nothing wrong with 3D tools. Like, there's nothing inherently wrong with Blender. I joke and say that I hate Blender, but it's not Blender itself that's the problem. It's me having to go, like, it's me and me hitting that wall of, like, being a beginner again at something and having to go back to, okay, let me just, like, stop and, like, it's hard. It's just hard to go back to that mindset. Does that make sense? It's not the tool, it's like my mindset that's the problem. Like having to troubleshoot the chocolate sauce here. How did I make this bowl? Oh, revolve. Yeah. See, that's what I would... A revolve is what we need. But I don't know the shape I need to make... I can't use a revolve and have, like, an edge. Does that make sense? I'm just thinking how it would break it down. But since it's Adobe apps, you would think that the devs would consider using it with relatable actions from other apps. This isn't, like, I don't want to make it seem like I hate Neo, because that's not the case. It is a very approachable, and it is kind of like, it's entirely on me, and I'm trying to do something that's maybe a little bit outside of the box here. So let me just kind of give you more of an example. Actually, we can do it right in here. So when you I find revolves difficult to kind of like wrap your mind around. So let's grab this, right? Our little horseshoe shape. If we change this to be a revolve, it's going to use the shape that we have here. Right? So that base shape, if we kind of look underneath, it's revolving it from a center point around itself. And so we have to think about what's the shape that we need to start with before we do that revolve. So let's maybe go like here. Is this going to be another instance where like I can't revolve the way that I want to revolve? You guys. I think this is how I made the bowl. Similarly. Oh my gosh, you guys. But you see how, like, I'm not gonna be able to control like the bottom edge in any way. Does that make sense? Like wherever I'm revolving from, the edge is always gonna be like a solid edge. And so the solution was to use like another shape in combination with this to kind of create that. But the problem is, like you can see, once you add a blend to something, it starts to blend with the whole object. There's no way to confine it to, like, I only want these shapes to blend together. I don't want the scarf to start to blend with that, or like the bowl, right? So like it's hard to control where the blend occurs. If it occurs on, I wish there was a way to exclude a set of objects from a blend, if that makes sense. So like if after I make this scarf, I want to exclude that scarf from blending with anything else after the fact. Like I want to lock it down and say don't blend with other objects now that I've kind of set it up. So, I don't know if that helps. Purva saying, I got a colleague whose birthday's tomorrow, but there's no tomorrow. You know, 29th. What punch? I said, oh, they have a leap year birthday? That's pretty cool. So, like, let's make this. Give our friend a bowl cut here. I know you can snap better than that. Come on, Neo. There we go. So I've snapped it kind of to the top. Now we can rotate it around. Right? Like, let's say we got our chocolate sauce. But it's gonna start to blend with the objects below it. And I don't want these to start to blend through. Change to color. Oh, now it's blended even more. Which thing should I change to color, Sean? Also, this is not centered. This shape? I mean, it's lumpy now, but I need I want the edge. Ads are coming up again? Oh, this is so frustrating. I'm so sorry, you guys.
She said soon.
Huh?
She said soon.
Okay. No ads. Yeah, Stian's a subscriber, so no ads.
Now they're started for a minute and a half.
Jack, do you want me to dismiss them next time? The mods can dismiss them?
I don't have the power.
You don't see any ads? If the mods can dismiss them, then dismiss them next time. I have to sort this out. I know that I gave the mods the ability to see the ad timing, because that's automatically turned off by default. So I turned on the ability for mods to see when ads are going to start, so that I can have a necessary, because I also send the ability for me to see the ads but I don't see the ads, like, the thing telling me, like, ads are about to play. So I don't know what's going on. I was hoping that I would get, you had a 10-second ad? This is so frustrating, because, like, I set the duration, like, because you can set how often they appear, and, like, that determines, like, the duration of the ads and stuff, too. So I tried to set it all up so that it would be, like, one ad, but like after a long period of time, right? Like, but it doesn't seem to be what it's doing. Doesn't seem to be what it's doing. It seems to have a mind of its own. Do we think repel would work? Hold on, let's see. Actually, wonder if repel would work. Actually, let's try this. I have an idea. What if we create another shape? That what? Why? In what universe? Fire. I almost called you Firefly. You're not Firefly. You're Neo. All right. Okay, so we got a brown shape. We're doing this. We're repelling. Kind of, but now that's see, it's like acting on the other shape, and I don't want it to act on the other shape.
Can't you just use color again? Oh.
It doesn't do anything, is the thing. I'm gonna make it white. Let's see. See, I don't want that. Does it generate any revenue for you if we see ads? Supposedly, but it's annoying. I'm trying to just cut down on the number of them. You don't see any ads, by the way? Unicorn, you must be subscribed. I didn't get a notification that you subscribed. That's weird. Unless it's, I think Amazon Prime members or something get some kind of, they can like they don't have to see ads. Regardless, I don't care about the, people who have Prime Gaming may not see the ads. Yeah, I think that's it. So, I just want to cut down on the number of ads. I'm not like, I just want to, because as soon as I became an affiliate, when you become an affiliate is when they start playing ads. But you can control how often they appear and like how long they are. And so I adjusted the settings down from what they were to reduce the number of ads that play, but it seems to have like somehow had the opposite effect, and now I'm getting more, I'm just, it's very frustrating for me as a streamer because I don't want you bombarded with ads regardless of like whatever, because the revenue is going to be like pennies, right? Like I'm not like making bank on these ads that you have to sit through. Samsung isn't paying me to show you their new phone. I just want to get it. I just want them to stop playing so often. I get it. I get that, like, that's the trade-off to being an affiliate. I just want to be an affiliate so I can make emotes, you guys. That's really all I want. Which we haven't even done yet. But, whatever. It's fine. Avoid doesn't work because I can still see the shape. The only way to hide the shape, I think, is to use color. But then I still end up with like a weird blobbiness. Let's see. What if we change this to color? If we change this to color, we change this to color. That's worse. I feel like I've made it worse. For Christmas, I wish for a funny badger emote. So yeah, I'm gonna do, we might take a break next. I feel like, so, a couple of things. So next week, the Illustrator challenges start on Tuesdays. So I'll be hosting the Illustrator challenges once a week, and I probably will switch from. Oh, thanks, Corey.
I didn't realize I had set that up.
I don't know how anything works in Twitch. Is really what I think I'm getting at. So, you know, we're all figuring it out together. It's Brave New World. Let me do a... I can do a thing. Hold on. I have the power. Woo! What was I saying again? Oh, so next week I'm gonna be hosting the Illustrator Challenge. So I think on Fridays, we're gonna switch gears from this to, for my sanity, to, oh my gosh, I'm blinking, to emotes. So I do want to do a badger. I've got a list. We're gonna do a badger, we're gonna do a donut, we're gonna do Yoann Turpin, we're gonna do Alphonse. I don't know what these are gonna be. These are just ideas. Alfonso. Tacos. We'll see. I feel like there's already tacos, but we can try. Right, it's March then. I'll try to join, but I got a new boss, so I gotta make a good impression next week. No pressure. I know a lot of people have been like, I want to do the challenges, but it's totally fine. There are never enough tacos, Jack. Alright. Sean's gotta hop out. Bye, Sean. There's pasta. Everybody just wants food emotes, is really it. Seems like. So, if you have suggestions. Sorry, I wandered off. I don't know what we're talking about. I don't know what we're talking about either. Honestly, I've lost the plot. So next week, we're gonna switch gears from this Project Neo stuff to emotes, which I have to do some research on. But I say that because next week we're doing Illustrator challenges, and so I want to get back into, well, maybe, we'll see. We'll see what next week brings. Because we're also doing, this week's Illustrator challenge is going to involve Neo, for better or worse. So, we might stick into Neo for next Friday stream, and then transition over to doing emotes. So maybe one more stream. Yeah, I'll call her into a meeting just to watch Adobe Live and say, this is why I need to leave early every Tuesday through Thursday. There's a... Oh, God. Who's streaming today? There's a Twitch stream today. I'll tell you in a sec. There's an Adobe Live Twitch stream. It starts at noon Pacific. For some reason, the page isn't loading, so I can't tell you who it is. Oh, it's CA in LA again, Courtney and Ashley. Alright. Twice in 1 week. Bliss is gonna write a doctor's note for Sion to get out of work. Great. Is it the premiere one this week? Yes. It'll be at Courtney and Ashley, which they generally do video stuff. So. I'm annoyed with this. I'm annoyed with this. I mean, this is what I want. But also not what I want. Because the top. What if you had a second top? Looks like a doily. Yeah, it looks weird. At this point, honestly, I would just settle for having the, like, a drippy edge. Even if it was symmetrical. Just to have, that's more than we been able to accomplish so far. We can try that. So let's duplicate this layer and reduce the blending. I don't think that's gonna work. Kind of. Why is it all wonky in the back? Let's see. See, but immediately when I start blending, it blends in with the hat. Which we don't want. Move the hat to the top of layers. Yeah, we have to do that anyways. Oh, that seemed to fix it. Alright, there's the hat. It's all the way up there now. Here's this. I'm gonna scale it back. We might have stumbled upon it here. We might have stumbled upon something. It's looking so good and delicious. We're trying. So close and yet so far away. What happened over here? What's happening to this? I think we need to edit these. Perhaps this is the move. Okay, that's not at all what I wanted to do in terms of rotation. This is tricky to figure out. little bit. Let's see. Alright, I think we got it. I think we got the scalloped edge that we were after. It's a step in the right direction, even if it's not perfect, right? This has been a journey. Alright, now we put the hat back on. If you asked me to repeat that process, I wouldn't be able to do it. I don't think I'd be able to do it. Oh man, what a, and you're clapping? Thanks. We're still not done. We just have like, this is a journey. This is not, is a learning process. That's for sure. Although I do have to say, I feel like we've gotten a long way since we started with the scarf. I feel like we've improved our skill set here. It looks moderately similar now to the sketch, although not perfect.
You saved recently?
Huh?
Have you saved recently?
It's auto-saves. It's like a cloud file, so just auto-save. It's a learning process marathon. It's a journey. The only reason that this is working, I will say, is because of the other shapes that we added to the this to make it lumpy. That's literally the only reason this is working right now, is for that. If it wasn't for that, this would not be working. I feel like I need to make that clear. It's literally the only reason, is those shapes below. I mean, the good thing is we now don't need whatever I was doing over there. And get rid of those, because that wasn't it. Sorry, I'm just taking a look at how this is working. I'll blend over top. Good. Pretty good. Alright. What's next on the agenda here? His hands are melting into the surface. That's cool. Are these not grouped? They are grouped. Behave like a group. Right. What the heck? Group. I guess they weren't. Alright. Pull this up a little bit. I don't want you to melt into the surface. Okay, come on. I feel like I was having problems with these last time in that, like, when I brought the blend, adjusting the blend here for some reason was not having any impact. See how that? See, it's not blending with the shape I want it to. Oh, cool. Thanks for that. Like, this is not blending how I expected it to. look at this again. I'm wondering if I might need to draw this as a shape. And use that rather than try to assemble it out of two shapes. Because even the slightest blending is blending it with the bottom. And we don't want that. Also, what happened? I could have swore I had a thing on this. I guess it's just gone. That's fine. Oh, this is grouped. Okay, because that makes sense. I don't know why this shape and this shape refuse to blend together. Can you choose which things blend? That, and there's the crux. There it is. I wish I could. I don't understand why I can't. That, I feel like if I could, then we wouldn't be having all these problems. Yeah, you know? Penny says, I was switching devices for a second, I'm back. Welcome back, Penny. I don't think I said hi to you before, so, hello and welcome. You feel like it blends downward on the layers? So what if we put this above? Oh, there we go. You're on to something there, Sion. The order of elements is important for the blend. Alright, well that solved that problem. That's really annoying. I still don't really feel like it's the right shape that I was looking for, though. I was hoping that the inflate would just, like, push the sides out and leave the top and bottom more square, but it doesn't seem to have done that. Like, I almost want to taper this, the two sides, and leave the middle more round. Does that make sense? There's not really a way to do that. So. It's fine. I'm just taking a look at things. We still haven't, I think this needs to come down a little bit. Hat needs to be a little shorter. Let's see. Let's grab these. Two shapes. There we go. It's closer. I don't know. I'm just thinking to myself how what my next steps are here. At some point we need to add color. I need to fix this. I'm not like totally in love with this. And we need to finish the sauce. Keep wondering if I should try. Jan says, "Yeah, you got something right. Yeah, we're all learning to get. Yeah, I don't know. You know how everything's working. So we're all learning together how all of these things work. So what am I'm trying to think if like is there a way. So I really this up here I used a star. I think. What shape was this? This was a star, yeah, to create the sort of like puff. I don't want to redo the scarf. I'm wondering, like, I do think some of this would benefit from the similar kind of treatment. Finish the sauce. Yeah. But I don't know of a good way to do that. Like, the rim of the hat should have the same kind of look. Alright, well, let's try. I just pasted that, so there it is, somewhere. Don't mind me as I struggle. Maybe let's bring the inflate. Oh, let's bring it up a little bit. We're working on it. It's always a work in progress. All right, so let's go here. Let's increase the number of points. I know that the points are somewhere. There they are. Oh, you have a limit. You can only go up to 12 points on a star. Well, that's kind of a bummer. That's gonna throw a wrinkle in things. We're probably not gonna be able to do that very well then, are we? This is not gonna have the right. It's gonna be too. It's gonna look weird if I can't have more than 12. You need 27 point stars. Rude. It's really annoying. I wonder if we could do it with a polygon. I don't feel like it would look as well, but we can try it. We'll try a polygon instead. Watch, it's gonna tell me that I can only have 12. Oh, what a bummer. Yeah, I need 27 point stars. Well, we can fake it. We can fake it using an SVG. It's a way that we can do it. All right, let's go in here. You could probably also fake it with a. No, you couldn't. Ignore what I said. Let's see. Let's go over here to where we've been making all these pieces. And let's grab a star. Crank it up, because we can have as many as we want. Oh, 20 points? There's a limit in here? I didn't know that. Oh, I'm so disappointed. Oh, what a disappointing day. For shame. $20 is fine. Need 27 points, though. Yeah. It's fine. That's so disappointing. No, there's an ad. Oh, God, this is so annoying. Really is. You have YouTube in the wings for the ads. Well, I'm gonna get it sorted out. There, see, you can add more sides. Illustrator, you liar. Well, if you use the slider on the side, you don't get to add 50 sides. So. For the algorithm. Alright, so we have a 50 side. This should be plenty of sides. This should be, honestly, more sides than we need. Probably. So, we're gonna save. Oh, okay. We'll save it to my desktop, I guess. Since it's having the time. Come on. Alright. Victory. Yeah. This may be far too many sides, but we're gonna try. We're gonna go make a new file. Throw this in here. This is enormous. I think we have to expand it. Actually, this is gonna be problematic. Let's not expand it. Let's make our board the size that so that we don't end up pulling in an enormous SVG, and we're gonna save this as save on my computer as hat. Okay, that's fine. Now, you know, I probably should have made this a filled shape. We're gonna bring it in anyways, because that's just, we're gonna do that. Let's go import hat, open. Where are you? Oh, there you are. You're all the way down there. Okay, yeah, I should have not done it this way. All right, let's make a shape. Okay. I'm gonna overwrite that SVG. It's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be amazing. Oh, what's going on? Why can't you? Why don't you like that one? Okay, there you go. It looks like a giant cookie. Oh man, we should do cookies. Yes! The SVG functionality here is really everything. Like, I don't know what I would do without it. I'm gonna be honest with you. So cool. It's really like it's the best. I love it so much. I want you in the group. Oh man, don't do that. Don't make a mess. Oh no. It's blending. Okay. Where'd you go? Oh, okay. Thanks. Cool. What's happening? I don't know. Why is everything a struggle? Alright, we need to make these the same color. Oh no! Make an illustrate, export SV. Yeah, that's all I did there. And then it brings it in. Because then I can control, like, I can make, so I could, that's the only way I could make this shape, really, is to use that. Let's actually, let's round these the same amount, and then we're gonna just do a, let's try just doing it inflate. There we go, and we'll scale it down. There we go. So now, yeah, you can see we've got a little bit more. We've got more control, is really the thing. What in the world did you just do? Oh, God, I don't understand. I don't understand the controls in this sometimes. Okay, here we go. Entirely user error, like I said. So. Oh, that's so cute. So we got the top. The hat is my favorite part so far. I don't know that there's going to be a way that I can do this scarf without really messing things up, just with the way that this path is kind of working right now. You know? But that's okay. Am I gonna try to take this into Firefly? We could. My plan was to bring it, I don't know what my plan was. My plan was just to learn, Neo with this, really. So, and to take this to drawing that I did and make it a 3D project, since I obviously never got very far. I did not get anywhere near this far with Blender, so the thing, the SVG thing is really, I think, my favorite part about this, just because I wish, top of my wish list for Neo, I really want more granular control over the blending, how that works, and I want the ability, I don't know, maybe like just the ability to create paths, which kind of, the SVG thing kind of gets around that, right? I can draw the shape that I want in Illustrator and then bring it in as an SVG. So that I have that kind of, prior to that being an option, it was really difficult to get custom shapes. But like, you have to understand that like, that sort of thing isn't going to help me with like the chocolate sauce here that we've got so far, the sauce. That wouldn't help in that case because there's no way to draw that shape because it's a revolve. Right? We need to make something that like revolves. So you have to think like, what's the 2D shape that I need to create in order to create the 3D object? And there's no real good way to create a 2D shape and have it kind of like revolve around the ice cream or the shaved ice in this case. So that's kind of the positives and negatives, right? There's drawbacks. Interesting how it can do that from a flat object. Yeah, it's doing basically an extrude or revolve. Like, you could choose one of those options, right? But to get a roundabout way of saying, I don't know what my plan is for this other than I wanted to learn how to work with Neo. I think it's cool. Like, there's things that I like about it, right? So, here's where my head's at. And we're gonna actually, this is gonna be our challenge for Tuesday. Spoiler alert. We're gonna combine all of these ideas in Illustrator. So what do I mean by that? Here's the way that I think Project Neo, what's interesting for it from my brain. I'm sort of at the point where I'm trying to contend with, there's all these different options for 3D, right? You can use the 3D effects in Illustrator, you can use Substance, you can use Project Neo. But none of them really matter unless I know what I want to do with them. And so the thing that's interesting to me is that I can take the things from Neo and bring them into Illustrator. So now I have the ability to kind of like, yes, there's a 3D effects in Illustrator, but they're not as, in some ways they're not as robust as what you've got in Project Neo. And so there's certain things I can see being able to do in Project Neo and then be able to bring that back over to Illustrator. So let's say you're creating something in isometric perspective, right? Because isometric perspective in Illustrator and in Project Neo are gonna, you know, as long as you're working in the same perspective, you'll be able to take what you're doing in here, take some stuff that you're doing in Illustrator and kind of like combine that into a single thing. And that's really kind of my goal, and that's what we're gonna do on Tuesday, is combine all of those things. So we're gonna look at a little bit of like how you can create isometric art in Illustrator. We're also gonna look at how you can create isometric art in Project Neo and how you can combine those workflows into like one big workflow, which is like something that's where my brain is at. It's like, what does the workflow between the software look like, and like how do I make that, how does Neo fit into that? I'm sure there are other ways as I learn the tool that I'll find to play with it, but that's just where I'm at. You're just gonna learn how to make Billy Bass illustrations and animate them into a perpetual Rickroll? Alright. You do you. Yeah. Does everybody know, do you remember those from the 90s? I feel like I saw I feel like I saw a video out there of somebody that like rigged them up to all like to like play to like move motion along with like different songs and stuff. Am I crazy? Was that like a video that's going around? Somebody had you remember those like bass things that like they were like animatronic? Didn't somebody like rig them up, like a whole bunch of them, to like respond to music? So it looked like they were. I feel Umacorn's saying yes. All right, so I'm not crazy. Yeah. Probably did some neat stuff with them, mostly evil though. Yeah, I mean, I could think of a few ways to have some fun with those. Anyways, we got like about 10 minutes left, so I spent a lot of time talking today. The last two streams were a lot of talking, but we did have some wins today, so I will take that. I will take it. We did get kind of our shaved ice to look lumpy, which was, you know, I don't want to make it too. I didn't make these too lumpy either. Like it's just a little bit on the edges, right? And we could maybe kind of improve that, but I am quite satisfied with the way this looks. In terms of just like the base shaved ice. Obviously we might need to adjust the colors and things like that once we get into colors. Going to be a whole other thing, and we did kind of play around with colors a little bit here. Still not totally satisfied, but we'll come back to that. We had a win with the chocolate sauce. I still don't think it's 100%, but it's way better than it was. We just need to, I think we just need to keep chipping away at it, and we'll get there. And I have to say the chocolate sauce was maybe a happy accident, but also the chat was throwing out some good suggestions there. I think it might be valuable to take Stian's insight there about the layer order and see if we can maybe control the blending a little bit better with the knowledge about layer order. And I think maybe there's something going on with groups, because when I pulled this out of the group, it started blending with the object below. So maybe we can try and see if that changes things. Anyways, and we had a win with the hat as well and getting that shape kind of sorted. So I think Bruce asked about the scarf. What I was trying to do with the scarf, the scarf was supposed to have like little stripes on it. Obviously we had to abandon the fringe, since the fringe would be inside the bowl. It's just kind of like a decision you have to make. You know, one of those things you have to decide. Like, it would be weird if it went outside the bowl because of the way that everything kind of ended up being and how it all kind of looks and behaves in 3D. Since we're working with a 2D object, or a 2D illustration, once we get into 3D you have to kind of make those choices. But the stripes on this, I'm not immediately sure how we can handle that. I think what I'm gonna do is remake these gloves. The paths and illustrators, just the paths and illustrators, so we can have the same control to get the same kind of like elastic look on the base of the gloves there. And that's pretty much it. I think next time we definitely need to get colors sorted. And we need to finish the chocolate, and we need to decide about the scarf. The other thing that I'm thinking about, maybe I just kind of added a placeholder, is there like going to be like a puddle? I did like in one of these, I think it was the sad one, I had like a little puddle underneath him. But I think it would be cute in general, so I might just add a cylinder for now to keep the idea. Oh, nope. It's this one. So we have the idea here of the snapping. Snapping could be improved as well. Alright, so we can have like the idea here. I don't know, you know. Again, I might do that as a shape in Illustrator and then bring that in so I can have like just the kind of like puddle underneath. Those are my thoughts. That's a recap and looking forward to what we're going to be doing next. Looks the same as the brim of the hat. Yeah, exactly. So the glove here. If I use this exact shape, it's going to have too many folds. So I need to go back in and make the same shape, basically this. I'll just make it smaller, and I'm not gonna crank it up to like the highest possible value. See what happens when I scale it down? Even in here, you can see that it just ends up being too much. So we need to go into the properties, and we need to bring this down to probably like try 34. Actually, let's go like half. 25-ish. Probably. Even that looks a little bit better. Otherwise, that is the elastic's just gonna look, it's gonna be weirdly different in terms of the like amount of detail and stuff. I know there's no alignment in 3D, but some sort of alignment would be nice. Yeah, again, it comes down to like, I don't controlling snapping. Like if there was a way to like, I guess if there was like an isolation mode, right? Like I just want to be able to like isolate some things. So I can better control, especially when you have like a lot of objects. Maybe just locking would be helpful. Like if I could just like lock all of this, you know, the whole character, and just focus on like, I just want to snap this back to the ground plane and like leave the character alone, you know? Yeah, locking, something like that, I feel like would be really helpful. So I saw it snapped and it seemed a little rough or awkward at least, because here, I'll kind of drag it around. So if you grab this like center point here, you can snap it, and you can see as you hover over, it starts to give you these like guides for the different shapes. It's trying to find these shapes, but like it's super awkward when there's like a lot of shapes, because it's trying to snap to all of those, sort of like Illustrator's smart guides when you have too many shapes, right? It doesn't know where to snap next, so it's like, oh, you want it on the ground. Oh, actually, now that you've dragged it so that 2/3 of it are over the glass, we're gonna change it to that. Oh, we're gonna snap it to this now. So it starts to get really annoying. I find that it snaps to the center best if you just drag it over the top of that, you know, shape, but anyways, and then bring it down using the arrows. It's okay. It just needs some help. But all right, I said I was gonna be done early, and now it's 10, so I'm doing a full stream anyways. So, oh no lock, just turning the visibility on and off. Yeah, you can only turn the visibility on and off. You can't like lock things down. Yeah, there's no like locking. You can group, or you can hide, but you can't lock things, so. Thank you for all hanging out with me and bearing with me. I know that this has been a lot of frustration and watching me kind of be a beginner again, so, not saying goodbye again. No worries, Superba, you don't have to. I know I've been rambling. Thank you all for your patience while I work through this. It's an interesting, I have a love-hate relationship when it comes to 3D, and it's one of those things where like I really want to like 3D because I love the look of it. It's like pleases my brain to work on it. They're interesting problems to solve, but there gets to a point where like it just becomes too time-consuming. It's like very time-consuming, and like my brain gets to a point where it's like, I'm not having fun anymore. Now I'm just struggling in a way that's not productive. And that's where it just shuts down. I'm like, I'm done. I don't want to work on this project anymore, right? And so as long as it's like, it never gets to that point where like, I just want to give up because I'm not making any kind of meaningful progress. Does that make sense? So, yeah, that's the thing. That's the whole thing about me. I get frustrated with, that's why I got frustrated with Blender, that's why I got frustrated with a lot of the other 3D programs, is that, like, my brain's like, I can't make this happen, and I'm struggling, and I'm not making any progress. I'm just struggling to struggle, and so, gotta use those points. Oh, I don't know how these, we don't need to go into it right now, but I don't understand these points at all. I don't understand how points work. or bits, points and bits and bobs and whatever. I don't know. This is the side of Twitch I don't understand. Obviously, I still have a lot of learning to do. I need to fix my ads, first of all, because I obviously made things worse trying to fix them. I like seeing things that I would do. I can learn the things to expect when I follow it up. Yeah. Points just for chat. I think bits you benefit from. I don't know what the difference is. I don't, honestly. You get points for watching a stream, then you can buy bits for money. Oh, okay. So it's like when video games have two currencies, but only one of them can buy you cool stuff. And that one costs money. Bits are like pennies. I feel like I'm playing Neopets. Chat points are the free ones and just stack up on live. Bingsu! Yeah, bits are the premium currency. Alright. We're all learning things to get today. Bring back Neopets. We should do. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. That would be a fun project. To like bring back Neopets. I could spend my whole life working on that probably. Just that project. But that would be too much. That would be a lot. But it would be fun. I'm glad you remember Neopets. Or for those of you that were slightly younger, it was Club Penguin, similar to that. Anyways. I'm really gonna get off now because it's now after 10. I hope you have a great weekend. I hope you can join me next Tuesday. Build Neopets in Neo. Yes. And it can be called Neopets. But not copyright. We'll make pets in Neo. Anyways. Now I'm going off on another tangent. Hope you have a great weekend. I hope you can join me on Tuesday. I'll be back next Friday working on probably this or probably something similar in Neo, since we're going to be using that this week for the challenge. And then after that, we're going to get into emotes for the stream so that there's more. We've got our own things. Neopet squared. Yeah, exactly. Or cubed. Since we're working in 3D. Alright. I don't have anything else to add. Go watch. I think. Wait. Who are we rating? Is Mafu still alive? All right. We'll raid. Well, you got two choices. Do we want to? Let me know in the chat. Are we rating Fiend or are we rating Mafu? Let me know. And then we'll sign off. Who do you want to go? Who do you want me to send you off to? Raid. Mafu? Alright, we'll do Mafu. I'll have to type out this name. I wish that it gave you the option to... Alright, there we go. I'm sorry, my dog is going crazy. Over there, you can probably hear him. Alright, I will see you all over on Mafu's stream. I hope you hang out with Umacorn later today. Umacorn... I don't know. I might have missed Umacorn, which you're going to be playing. But, alright. Go watch the Adobe Live if you want to later on Twitch. And I will see you all later. Bye!